Okay, I got more coin and money problems here. So we start with this one. It says you bought 16 stamps consisting of 37 cent stamps and 23-cent stamps. If the total cost of the stamps is $4.10, find the number and type of stamps purchased. Okay, well, I'm going to start by defining my variables. And, just arbitrarily assigning x is equal to the 37-cent stamps, okay? And y is equal to the 23-cent stamps. So those are both arbitrarily assigned. Now, I know I bought a total of 16 stamps because it tells me I bought 16 stamps. So I can set up my first equation. X plus y is 16. Okay, so I got 16 stamps. And the next equation I can set up is using this total of $4.10. So I know I spent a total of $4.10, and I know that I have 37-cent stamps and 23-cent stamps. So I can simply say this. 0.37, because that's standing for 37 cents as a decimal equivalent, and that's going to be x, plus 0.23, and that's going to be y, is equal to $4.10, right? So once I have that, I can solve for y, and that's what I'm going to do, because this is a really convenient equation to solve for y. Just 16 minus x. Okay? Now I'm going to take this and plug this in for y over here. So what I'm going to say is 0.37 x plus 0.23, and that's 16 minus x is equal to 410. Now the same process happens here again. I got to distribute this out. So what that gives me here is 0.37 x and 0.23 times 0.16. Well, what does that equal? That equals about 3.68. Okay, so it's 3.68, and then we just simply have negative 0.23 x, and that's all equal to 410. Okay, so that might be the only difficult part, multiplying that out. A calculator is helpful, so that is what we get. Now what we can do is we can add these two terms together. So we can do 0.37x minus 0.23x. And when you do that subtraction here, you end up with 0.14x. Okay, so 0.14x plus $3.68 essentially is what that is, or 3.68, is equal to 410. Alright, now all I got to do is subtract. 3.68, draw my line, so 0.14x, and when I do that process right there, I wind up with 0.42, subtracting 3.68 from 410, and I wind up with 0.42, and now I just get to divide both sides by 0.14. So I divide that by 0.14, get x by itself, and x gives me a value of 3. Okay, so what that tells me is I bought 3 37-cent stamps, okay? Since x is equal to 3, I bought 3 37-cent stamps. So I apologize that I didn't have that on camera there. But anyway, all I did essentially was combine these two terms, 0.37x plus a negative or minus 0.23x, and I got 0.14, and then I took the point, and then I subtracted 3.68 from both sides, and that gave me 0.14x is equal to 0.42, divided both sides by 0.14, and I wound up with x is equal to 3. Okay? So now that I have x, I can simply use this equation over here to find y. So y is equal to 16 minus x. So y is equal to 16 minus 3, and that's 13. So y is equal to 13. Okay? Now, again, we should check our work and make sure this all makes sense here. And to do that, I'm just going to say first, I can check it by doing this. X plus y is equal to 16. I know I have a total of 16 stamps that I bought. So if I add 3 plus 13 plugging in my numbers I got for both x and y, does that equal 16? So yes, 16 is equal to 16. Check. Okay? 16 is equal to 16, so that's good. Now, we can do the same thing again by plugging these numbers in to this equation. So 0.37, and I want to multiply that by 3, and I want to add that to 0.23, and I want to multiply that by my y value, which is 13, and I want to know, does that add up to 410? And when you do this, you'll realize that 410 is equal to 410, so that checks out.